One of the things that I admire most about you is your sincere love for racing. If you could not be a race car driver, what career would you have?
It's not just a love, it's an addiction. I'm kind of a racing drug addict. And you asked that question, and I'm sure you want a serious answer, but well, I don't know. I think I'd have been a bum laying in the street because if frighteningly close to that is reality. I finished college with a degree in accounting. Never worked a day, but it has helped me keep track of my expenses and liabilities and income over the years. But I'm not a good manager. Yeah. I've never been good at marketing myself. I've been so lucky in my career. And what I will say, my parallel career for many years was I was in product training, doing ride and drives, we call them, driving events where we demonstrate a new car to the salespeople and talk about what's new about it. And I was pretty good at that. I like people, and I love talking cars. Still car related, huh? So if I didn't end up in the gutter as a wino, I don't like drinking that much, only on Christmas parties. But anyway, I think that's where I would have ended up. Probably as some kind of car talker. I see, probably car enthusiast. That's great. So you've had a long career, and I would expect you to have a lot more years in the pro community especially. How do you stay in shape for a sport that's so physically demanding on our bodies? Well, I've had a couple of things going for me. One is about 25 years ago I went vegetarian, and vegetarian is good for your health. And part of the reason is that a lot of the products we eat today, especially meat products, they're not what they were 40 or 50 years ago. They're raised very, very differently. And so it's something to think about, and it helps me stay in shape. I'm really serious about eating right. And the question people always ask vegetarians is, where do you get your protein? And definitely beans of all sorts, or tofu, which is made from beans, and nuts and seeds. I make an oatmeal every morning that's more sunflower seeds and hemp seeds because they're countercultural. I like that. And almonds are one of the best nuts because they're very high in protein if you want protein. All that. And then regular exercise. I have to do exercise that I find entertaining. I have this ADD brain that needs constant input. So I can't be like a marathoner plodding along for 4 hours down the highway. I like mountain biking is my favorite, done a lot of that. And I also do a little bit of weightlifting and calisthenics just because it has such a great payoff, and there's really no other way to get the upper body strength. Although, you know what I want to do is I want to get a rowboat. Not a racing rowboat, an exercise rowboat that's in between racing and the dinghies. Because what a great full body exercise. Haven't done that yet. Mostly it's bicycle, mountain biking, trail running, and some basic exercises, push-ups, pulls, lifts, squats, things like that. But you try to make it interesting as you can, you know, even for the exercise. That's good. Yes, that's good. Big payoff. Fantastic. And lastly, what kind of driver that you're competing against makes you the most nervous? There's an easy answer to that. It goes back, immediately reminds me of an experience I had about 20 years ago with a guy who was mad at me about the way I raced him the race before. It was a long endurance race, and I had raced him real hard, passed him a couple of times, never hit him. Well, he was pissed off, and he decided that I needed it, and at the next race, he hit me good. And if it wasn't for the amount of steering correction that's available in the car I was in, I'd have had a huge, huge crash in a different car from a different team. And I actually went back by him because his car was broken, and then he hit me again. And I thought, wow, this guy is a genuine terrorist who's really trying to hurt me. I mean, I can understand racing and competition, but when somebody demonstrates that they're willing to go over that line into actually maybe hurting you. That's the kind of guy, I think he wanted to intimidate me, and he did. And he has ever since. And you know what? I don't choose to live life that way. And I really respect other people that don't either. Because guess what? It's a sport. And now if I had tried to kill him first, that
That'd have been different.
that I would have understood. Because I didn't try to kill a guy. But I tried real hard to wreck a guy once who had actually it was his co-driver had wrecked my wife, Linda,
Oh, wow.
earlier in the race. And that was a no-no. Because now
No doubt.
you're getting personal.
Right.
And I didn't hurt him, but I might have put a couple dents in his car.
I want to teach him a little lesson, huh?
Well-deserved dents. And I liked it.
That's fantastic. Randy, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it.
It's great to be with you, Roger, and I love your products. Keep up that track gear. Really great for cooler, fire-resistant safety.
Great, man. Thank you so much, Randy. I appreciate it.